Hello, so today I'm going to be filming a video about my tattoos. I currently have 9 tattoos, and a lot of people just ask me like what my tattoos mean, so I thought I would just make a video to address what they mean. I've heard that some people like take offense if people ask them what their tattoos mean. I personally take no offense because mine don't really have like that deep of meaning, so yeah. My first tattoo, I was 17 when I got it. I was like turning 18 the next month, but I was just graduating high school and like my graduation gift was a tattoo. So my mom signed off for me, which is really cool. And the first tattoo that I got was my B tattoo on my arm. But yeah, it's just a simple straight line and it just means B. It really doesn't have that much of a meaning. I originally wanted it to go all the way around, but when I like went into the tattoo place, they said that it would just be easier to do like a line, and I'm actually really glad that it's just a line, so that was cool. And this was $50, I think, and then you add in the tip for the artist. So the next tattoo I got was, so this was in May of 2016. The next tattoo I got was in August of 2016, and it is these 5 stripes right here, or arrows. So I was 18, I just turned 18 like 2 months prior, and I was in Chicago at the Lollapalooza Music Festival, and I was with my friend Delaney, and we really wanted to get tattoos. This was her first tattoo, I think. I'm pretty sure. So we went in and we both got matching tattoos, except hers is on the inside of her wrist. And the 5 arrows, it's me and my 4 best friends from my hometown. It was kind of like before we all go off to college, something to remember all of us, because we still are really, really good friends. The third tattoo that I got was on my hand. I'll show it this way. It's a 3E, and it's on like my thumb on my right hand. So I was also in Chicago that October, so October 2016. I was visiting my cousin Hannah, who lives there, and it was like our last day there, and we decided to go get tattoos. So it was kind of like a rush, but I made it. So yeah, it's just me, my cousin, and my sister were the only girls with my last name, which starts with an E, Iyer. So yeah, I got mine here, and then Hannah got a matching one like right here. The shop minimum was 80, so kind of sucks for this one, and I'm pretty sure this one was 60, I think. My 4th one, I'm pretty sure, was the one on the inside of my ankle. It's copyright 1998. This was in December 2016. It was actually on my half birthday, December 9th, and I was home for winter break before like all my other friends, except for one other friend, and I texted her and I was like, hey, I really want to go get this tattoo. Do you want to come with me? And she was like, yeah, sure. Like, she didn't get anything, but we went, and it was my half birthday, and I had saw the design on Pinterest, the like copyright and then your birth year or whatever year, and I really liked it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm 18 and a half. I'm getting so old. I need to get something to represent my youth. So it sounds so like it's not a phase, mom, but seriously, I love it. So yeah, I went in and got that, and I'm pretty sure that was 50 or 60. Usually the shop minimums are 50 or 60. And then the next tattoo that I got, I'm pretty sure it was my wild one. I'm pretty sure this was in February of 2017. So I was sitting in my dorm room. It was like 10 at night on a Saturday, me with all my plans. I was sitting there, and my friend texted me, and she was like, I really want to get this tattoo, and it was like the word go with the world as the O. And I was like, oh yeah, that's like super cool. I've been wanting to get the word wild. Do you want to go? And she was like, what? Like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, like I'll go first. I don't care. I'll go get it first, whatever, and then you can decide. So there's a tattoo shop like right across the street from my dorm. So we walked in at like 10:30. Basically, I told them the print that I wanted and they printed it out, and there we have Wild. I got the word wild because my favorite book by Cheryl Strayed is Wild. It's a great book. I love it, so I just got it. I also just like the word wild. Oh, and by the way, I'm pretty sure this one was 80, which kind of sucks. My 6th tattoo is the paper airplane on the back of my ankle. I got it when I was in Los Angeles for spring break in March, so I got this one March 2017. I was with my friend Delaney again, and it was our last night there. It was St. Patrick's Day, so Delaney and I were, we were like around the West Hollywood area, and we were at a friend's house, and it was like probably like 12 at night, and we were like, oh my gosh, we're leaving tomorrow morning, like we need to get tattoos to remember this trip, because we had talked about getting tattoos and we hadn't the whole week, and we were like, okay, this is the only time we can. So we took an Uber back to Hollywood Boulevard, which was like the first tattoo shop that we could find that was open, and we got out and walked in and told them what we wanted. She got the words home at last, like on her forearm, and it was like 12:30 at night, I think. They had us pay before we got the tattoos, which was a little weird, but this one was $60, and honestly, it's like one of my favorite tattoos. Like, I love it. I just got a paper airplane because I love traveling. I thought a regular airplane was cliche, even though paper airplane is so cliche. But yeah, I love it. I think it turned out really, really well. My 8th tattoo is this exclamation point surrounded by 2 parentheses. So I got this one in June of 2017. So at this rate, I'm going pretty much just 1 tattoo every 2 months, or about that. So I was in, well, I had spent the whole week in Jackson, Wyoming with my cousin Hannah, who I got this tattoo with. And again, it was our last day there, but we were actually flying out of Salt Lake City. So like Jackson to Salt Lake is 4 to 4.5 hours. So we left like early in the morning because I knew I wanted to get a tattoo. I wanted to like leave time so I could get one. We drove straight to the airport, dropped off our checked bags, and then we Ubered. Well, I had called a tattoo place and asked if they could have time for me if I walked in, and they were like, yeah, sure, no problem. So we Ubered to downtown Salt Lake City, which is only like 10 or 15 minutes from the airport. But Ubered there, they were like super cool. I showed them what I wanted, just really small and simple because we didn't have that much time. And at this point, I think we were boarding in like an hour and a half. So I was like, okay, we're good, like plenty of time. Well, they had to finish up another tattoo piece from someone else. So we were waiting there for about like 40 to 45 minutes, just sitting there, just like watching the time tick down. And as I was getting up to tell them that I couldn't do it because we were gonna miss our flight, the guy was like, yeah, come on back, like you're ready. And I was like, okay, not trying to stress you out, but like our flight leaves in like 40 minutes. Can you do it kind of quickly? And he was like, yeah, I mean, I'll do it as quickly as I can, but I don't want to mess it up. And I was like, okay, that's understandable. So he did it in like 2 minutes, I think. And this one is just to remind myself that I'm not going back to college. I'm done with school, knock on wood, but it's just kind of like an exclamation point to describe that. I also just really liked the design when I saw it. My friend Keishan designed it. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. I was just gonna get it because I just liked how it looked. So this was my 7th, and this was 90. I think that's what the shop minimum, or the shop minimum was 80, and then I gave him $10 tip, so it was 90, which is, you know, a little steep, but it is what it is. So then my 8th tattoo is this circle. But it's actually a circle made out of just dots. I got this one September 2017, so I got it this month. I think I got it like September 5th or something. But my friend was getting her first tattoo and she didn't want to do it alone, and I like kind of just was looking online for ideas, and I really liked this. So I just went in and got it first. It doesn't really have that much meaning. I just really like it. It's kind of like small things make up something bigger, and I just like how it looks. The shop minimum was 40, which was awesome, so this was only $40. And then my last tattoo is my other finger tattoo. I just got this one like a week and a half ago, but it's pretty much already healed, which is really nice. But it's just 3 lines on my finger. I can like flick people off and have a design on it. I was in Venice Beach with my friends Skylar, Joseph, and Taylor, and you know, it was like a great trip out to California. Wanted something to remind me of it, so I just got 3 lines on my finger. I just really like it. It's also like kind of like an abstract E for my last name. And then Joseph and Skylar got matching tattoos of the words Forever Roaming in like typewriter, like right here. They look super good. And Taylor got the word liminal on her, like right here. So yeah, we all got matching tattoos. I love it. I know hand tattoos fade quicker than other parts, but while it lasts, I love it. And this was $50. We literally just went to like a random side shop in Venice, and it was like one guy working there. It's kind of weird, but those are my tattoos. I'm really not planning on stopping anytime soon because once you get one, it's pretty addicting. They're all pretty minimalist, which is what I like. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.